All right, I'm going to go ahead and start with yield to myself for 5 minutes for questioning, and I'm going to start with Ms. Souras. Thank you again for being here today and for all the work you and your colleagues at NCMEC do. I have no doubt your work is directly responsible for saving the lives of countless children. We appreciate you so much. Heartbreakingly, our country is plagued with criminals who search for loopholes to terrorize Americans with non-consensual intimate images. This must stop. The Senate recently passed the Takedown Act, targeting the abhorrent criminals who engage in this practice. How will Take It Down protect children from these predators and give Americans the tools to remove it from online, please?
Thank you, Chairman Bilirakis, for the question. I highlighted two of the most important factors of Take It Down in my written testimony in great detail, but there are really two primary ways that Take It Down will provide additional remedies to protect children online, both from real, nude, sexually exploitive images and also the AI-generated images as well. So firstly, there is currently a legal gap that makes it very difficult for law enforcement to investigate and for prosecutors to pursue cases that involve nude or sexually exploitative images of a child that do not meet the legal definition of child pornography. The legal definition of child pornography requires sexually explicit conduct, sexual intercourse, and other very extreme forms of sexual interaction. But nude and sexually exploitative images often fall short of that definition. So crucially, Take It Down will simply criminalize those images that currently law enforcement is struggling to find the proper avenue to investigate and pursue. In addition to filling that legal gap, as we talked about, the Take It Down bill will create a formal mechanism for notice and takedown, or notice and removal, as it's sometimes referred to. At NCMEC, we hear from survivors that one of the core things that they are seeking is just to ensure their images aren't online anymore, to ensure that they can have control over those images when they do get circulated again. So Take It Down will create really a process for a victim or somebody who's working closely with that victim to alert social media, an online platform, when a child's image is online, and then it will create a process by which that social media platform has to be on notice and remove that content within a certain period of days.
Thank you so much. Next, Ms. Hawkins. I was reading through your testimony, and I must say, as a father myself and a grandfather, I really appreciate your comments on the difficulties parents face when trying to protect their children online. Your testimony highlights many options to protect children online, including establishing protections in COSA, giving parents more control over what applications are downloaded from app stores, and updating rules related to minors' personal information, to name just a few. So the question is, why is it important for Congress to legislate on multiple fronts as opposed to move one bill that tackles only one of these particular issues?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, for the question. You're absolutely right. We wouldn't protect cars, kids in cars with just seatbelts. We need airbags and car seats and crash-resistant features because kids' safety deserves layers. And the same thing happens for children online. These bills all tackle different entry points for harm, such as design flaws, parental disempowerment, image-based sexual abuse, and predatory contracts. Together, they can form a net of protection, but alone they leave gaps and our children fall through.
Thank you so very much. Next, I'm going to go ahead and ask this question quickly because I want to stick to the 5 minutes. Parents need more tools and children need more safeguards. So this is for Ms. Morrell. What tools and safeguards should exist online to protect children? I know you have brought this up, obviously, but you want to elaborate briefly? Thank you.
Thank you for the question, and I know we're short on time. I would just say, as Ms. Hawkins said, we need multiple layers. I think a critical tool is just actual parental involvement in the creation of a social media account or in downloading apps. Right now, parents are not part of that process, and so even if a parent wants their child off social media, a child can easily enter their birth date, agree to a whole host of terms and conditions, enter a contract with a tech company, all without a parent's knowledge. And so the critical tools I think we need are putting parents back in the driver's seat of their kids' online experiences.
Very good. Thank you very much.